I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Venonat. As far as blood-sucking insects the size of my head go, Venonat is kind of cute. It has a shaggy purple fur coat, big round eyes, which on first glance don't appear to be compound and gross, and stubby little paws and feet. I'm not sure I'd feel the same if I woke up to one sinking those big fangs into my leg though. Venonat doesn't have a great deal to make it stand out among the Pokédex. It's not especially powerful, and it doesn't have a particular gimmick or anything. One thing I do want to pick up on is something mentioned in several Pokédex entries. In red and blue it said, "Lives in the shadows of tall trees, where it eats insects. It is attracted by light at night." In crystal it said, "The small bugs it eats appear only at night, so it sleeps in a hole in a tree until night falls." Venonat eats insects. Seems about right. The question is, what insects? Do normal, real-world animals exist in the Pokemon world? Or is Venonat eating other, smaller Pokemon? Certainly early on, the games and anime seemed to suggest there were other animals in the Pokemon world. Pokédex entries mentioned African elephants, and in the anime we saw fish and birds pass by our heroes. In this incarnation, it makes sense to think of Pokemon like the fantastic beasts from the Harry Potter series, or the Japanese yokai which inspired a lot of them. A separate order of magical creatures on top of the natural world. Since then, the series has leaned further and further away from this. In the games, the anime, the recent trailer for the Detective Pikachu live-action movie, we tend only to see humans and Pokemon, with no other life of any kind. We can only assume that in this version, Venonat is chowing down on Caterpie and Weedle while we're not looking. The name Venonat comes from venom, obviously, and nat, despite not being anything at all like a gnat, other than being small and possibly drinking blood. The Japanese name is Kompang, which comes from conchu, or insect, and the word for compound eyes. It also just sounds cute and fun. At level 31, cute and cuddly Venonat evolves into the slightly scary Venomoth. Moths are kinda creepy as a rule. They can get pretty big, they'll flutter right on into your house. They're fluffy and they sprinkle dust. Plus, you know, look at the legendary Mothman. Venomoth leans further into the scary side of insects than lovable Chubster Butterfree did. Speaking of Butterfree, there's a lot of speculation that the design for Venomoth was originally supposed to take Butterfree's place in the Pokédex, and vice versa. I went into it in a little more detail in my Caterpie episode, but I will say that when you see the pre-evolutions lined up next to the alternative butterflies, it does make a lot of sense. Personally, I'll always associate Venomoth with Fuchsia City gym leader Koga. I do like him, with his ninja aesthetic and gruff persona, but Venomoth was all too easy to eliminate with a fire type on the team. For the most part, it's just another bug. It doesn't do much of any excitement, it doesn't look enough like Mothra for me to go down that road. To Tajiri Satoshi making the game out of his own passion for bug collecting, including an extra species of moth might have been exciting. But for me, unfortunately, Venomoth just fills up the numbers. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. If you've enjoyed the show, please do give it a 5-star rating and review on iTunes, and tell your Pokemon loving friends. We're on Twitter and Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN, or you can email the show at lukelovespkmn@gmail.com. Please do get in touch if you have anything to say about the next couple of Pokemon we'll be covering, Diglett and Meowth. If you've got a hankering for other Pokemon content, I've been putting up some YouTube videos of the various Pokemon snacks, cakes and meals I can get my hands on here in Japan. If you want to check any of that out, follow me on Twitter at Buskalily. I love Venonat. And remember, I love you too. Alright boys and girls, Luke here. I just want to have a little chat about the trailer that just came out today for the Detective Pikachu movie. It looks pretty fun. It's kind of exactly what I wanted. I don't think it would make sense to go straight into making a movie of the full-on, Trainer Red or Ash Ketchum Pokemon journey. And I think this is a nice way to ease us into the Pokemon world of something a little bit different, a little bit cutesy, whilst just opening the door for a big-budget, live-action Pokemon movie. And as for the looks of the creatures themselves, I think they'll look better on a bigger screen and in higher def than they will on my phone or my laptop. But I really like the way Pikachu looked. He still looked like Pikachu, but he was fluffy and fuller and fatter and realer. I just wanted to step into the screen and give him a big hug. I mean, Mr. Mime still looked creepy, but Mr. Mime always looks creepy. It definitely looks more like Pokemon than that Monster Hunter movie looks like Monster Hunter, so yeah, I'm willing to give it a go.